Дойче Думков, ты еще увидишь, как из-за твоей продажной глупости, Анна-Лена Бербок, Берлин будет гореть.
Надо как-то сделать так, чтобы американские солдаты начали гибнуть.
Да мы сотрем в порошок Варшаву и Вильнюс.
Почему мы признаем Францию в ее границах?
Как я хочу посмотреть, чтобы Урсулиха фон дер Ляля корчилась с куском беспилотника в глотке.
Когда на сегодняшний день мы говорим, что война будет безъядерной, мы, наверное, лукавим.
По количеству на душу населения, правда, Канада ее опережает, но Америка — это мировая держава победила.
Я сейчас требую спалить Берлин.
Welcome to a new episode of Russian Hate Speech, where we break down the most absurd statements from Russian propagandists, trying to fuel anti-Western statements among Russians. First up, we have Vladimir Salivio, a chief Kremlin propagandist who once again displays his imperialist mindset by calling to reject any possibility of negotiation and advocating instead for the complete annihilation of Europeans.
When Bundeswehr General is once again reflecting on what's happening in the Kursk region, I don't know about you, but my reaction is only one. We will have to wipe the entire military machine of the Nazi Germany vermin off the face of the earth along with the all European scum. Let's not fool ourselves. There should be no peace party in our country, no attempts at negotiation, that's it. And when in new historical realities the Russian forces will be standing in Berlin, Paris or any other European cities, something that hasn't happened since 1800-ish, no one should ever withdraw them again. Just so the Nazi scum know.
It seems Solovyov missed the memo that this isn't 1812 anymore. His claims reveal his delusional mindset, much like that of most Russian propagandists and their Kremlin masters. Next, we have military expert Alexei Leonov, who perceives a threat from Europe and believes that best way to counter it is by launching a preemptive nuclear strike.
We are currently reviewing our nuclear doctrine, specifically in light of recent events. I believe the concept of a preemptive strike should be included as a special measure. Let me explain how this would work. As soon as they start deploying these missiles, while they are still en route across the Atlantic, we should make it clear that the presence of these missiles in Europe, whether in Germany, Poland or elsewhere, gives us the right to carry out a preemptive nuclear strike. Once these hundreds of ground-based missiles are deployed, they pose a greater threat than when they are on ships, which we can manage. Finding and neutralizing every single missile launcher before it fires will be much harder. Therefore, we need to ensure that these missiles never make it to Europe.
Finally, we have Andrei Gorov, a Russian propagandist and politician who claims Russia should wipe out its enemies in Europe, convinced that Russia will face no repercussions for it.
Самый главный противник, вот только что это мысль.
The main enemy is the one that's out of reach. But the closest one, the one we can easily reach without any hassle and completely annihilate, is our sworn enemy, Britain. Everything comes from there, all the other lackeys. I've said before, we don't need to touch our strategic nuclear forces. We have plenty of other options to make sure nothing is left of Britain. Will anyone retaliate against us? No, no one will. No one will because our strategic missile forces, our naval component and our long-range aviation will all remain intact and ready to strike. They wouldn't dare. We would have instantly cooled off all heads in Europe, and they will stop sending aid to Ukraine.
А все быстро успокоятся.
And there you have it, another round of Russian hate speech, where the rhetoric is as fiery as it is disconnected from reality. Whether it's fantasizing about marching into European capitals or casually discussing nuclear strikes, these propagandists are intent on dragging the world back into the darkest chapters of history. Let's just hope the rest of the world continues to write a different story. Join us next time as we continue to break down these dangerous narratives. Until then, stay informed, stay vigilant, and don't let propaganda win.